BP oil spill shows you why PR is very important, and it's taken a lot of time that we as an industry we need to sort of explain to clients why PR is actually pretty important and why you should care about it. And I think things like that make it absolutely crystal clear that, you know, for multinational companies which are worth billions of dollars, you know, their reputation is their most precious asset. And if it is harmed, it doesn't just affect the reputation; it wipes billions off their share price. So I think guarding that reputation, you know, as a sort of a successful PR consultant, does enable you to sort of sit at that table with the chief executives. And I think that, you know, rightly or wrongly, things like that make really senior chief executives realise that public relations and their company's reputation does actually have, you know, massive monetary value, and it's worth investing to protect it. You know, the first thing you notice is, and I realise, is agency is incredibly fast-paced, it's incredibly pressured, so you need to learn how to manage your time. You know, that is so crucial. You haven't just got one client. You know, I work for 6 to 8 clients at any point in time, and they could all come to me at the same time. So knowing what to focus on, planning your day, knowing how much time to spend on each thing is pretty vital, because if you can't crack that really early on, then, you know, you're going to have one client that's unhappy. A lot of agency life is about juggling plates and not letting one drop, so it's having that sort of ability to multitask. Clearly, you know, you need to be a very good communicator. You know, that's what you're paid to do, and that means being able to pitch to a client, to sell an idea. It means being able to, you know, write a press release which sells your client's story to very diverse media. So I think communication's the second most important thing. Finally, you know, you need to have an interest in media and the news, and it needs to fascinate you, because that's how you develop a news sense, and that news sense is what I think, you know, marks you out when you get sort of 5 years down the line in the industry. You know, it's developing that instinctive understanding of where an opportunity is, how to pitch a story, and what the line is. So I think, you know, number 3, you don't need to have this initially, but you need that news sense, and you're only going to get that if initially you have got that really strong interest in the media, and if you're pretty fascinated by it all.
We've always put a premium on people that can get things done and make things happen. There's so many people in the world can't do that. They're passive, they can talk about strategy, they can talk a good game, but they can't make things happen. So we put a premium on making things happen. You have to be a nice person to work with us, because it's about relationships with journalists, with partners, with people that work at Lansons, with clients, so you have to be able to cope with relationships. And people that go for it, I think. You want people that go for it. So then there's the skills then there's creativity, then there's writing, then there's social media, and we have to have those dealing with government and public affairs. They're there as well, but there's something at the core which is making things happen. Have to do a degree in PR, but it's a good thing. We've got people at Lansons that have been through Trevor's course and have been through the University of Westminster, so that's good. And Matt's here today, so it's a good thing, but it's not essential. In terms of PR, it may not exist as a career because silos will disappear, companies will restructure themselves, they'll deal with their customers, they'll deal with social media, they'll deal with journalists, they'll deal with politicians, they'll deal with partners, probably in fewer silos in their organisations. They won't have marketing and advertising and public relations and customer complaints, they'll all merge. So maybe it's communications, but maybe it's not. Media relations will exist, government relations will exist. Will you have a piece in this siloless world called public relations? I'm not 100% sure.